Hello, dear children. So, how are you all? I hope everybody very fit and fine and doing a very nice revisions of your all chapters for your upcoming annual examination. Am I right, childrens? Am I right? So, all of you very nicely revise all the chapters. And today is the video for chapter 4, the story of Amrita. So, all of you watch this video up to the last, my dear childrens, and there is some questions for practice. So all of you practice that questions very nicely in your copy and learn very well. So today, very nicely, childrens, you see the video up to the last and that question you solve, and simultaneously you do the revisions of previous chapters, whatever chapters completed very nicely. Everybody revise it well, practice diagram very nicely, very fast writing, everything you have to very nicely practice it, children. So let's see today's video and get a proper ideas. So let's start. Children, Khizadli village is situated near Das in Rajasthan. So you all know very well in which place in Rajasthan, children. Near which place? I hope everybody get the answer. So all of you note it down. Next, move to the next questions. So children, here is the second question. Do you remember what elders of Kezudli village used to say? Yes. So the answer will be, children, just think the elders of this village what they used to say. अगर पेड़ है तो हम हैं. As you know, children, the people of this village took great cares of plants, trees, and animals. So, according to them, plants and animals can survive without humans, but it is impossible for human to survive without them. So, that's the reason they are used to say, "Agar पेड़ है तो हम हैं." Right, children? So, children's next questions. Why it is important to care for plants and animals? So I hope everybody understand these questions. So it is important, children. Yes, it is important to take care of the plants and animals because they jointly sustains life on earth, right, children? What you think, children, is life is possible without plants? If no plant is there in your environment, then what will happen? Yes, children, you see the entire animal world is dependent on plants. Because what they do, what plants provide us, a very very important thing that is we understand in the oxygen cycle, right, children? In the oxygen cycle, what we understand? That how oxygen is used and cycled by plants and animals, right, children? So I hope everybody understand these questions and you can write in your own way. Okay, children? Now, children, another important questions here. Write some special features of Khizodi trees. Yes, children. So I hope everybody know this answer. That what are the special features of Khizodi tree, which is the name. The village got its name because of this many Khizadi tree that grew there, right? The village name is Khizadli village, you know. So what is the special feature if the question is there? So what should we write, children? Just think. We can see that it is grow without much water, right? And one of the important thing also, medicinal purpose, which part of this tree is used for the making medicine. And insect is infected, is it? Just think, childrens. And you see, childrens, what people of this area can do with these trees. So not at all the people's animals also in this area get benefited from this tree. Okay, and what we conclude, children, that every trees have some characteristic. You see neem tree, so neem tree also have some characteristic, right, children? So you see Kezadi tree is found mainly in desert areas. So I hope everybody understand these questions. You can write in your own way, right, children? So let's move to the next questions. So next question is define deforestation and afforestation. So children, as we already discussed in the class many times, so children, in this chapter, the story of Amrita, you already get an idea that what king had to. The king had sent some strangers to cut trees for wood, and this wood was needed for building the king's palace. So due to these children, what will happen? The forests are destroyed by cutting trees on a large scale, and most of it not replanting them. So children, if at all I'm talking about afforestation, so as you know, the plantation is very very important, children's. Planting trees, planting trees or the sowing seeds in an area which was not a forest earlier, so that was is very very important, and this process is done to create a forest, right? So I hope children you get an idea, so please note it down. So next question, children. So children, what are the effects of deforestation? So children, if we cut trees on a large scales, and what is the effect to the environment is obviously have some bad effects. Exactly. So deforestations, the cutting down of the trees on a large scale and not replanting them. Okay, so children's, you see, the loss of tree can cause what was the thing? Climate change, soil erosions, desertifications. Yes, children's. So you see, children's, excess amount of carbon dioxide will start changing the climates, right? And soil erosions. You see, children's, roots of plants hold the soil tightly. So if plants not there, then how it's possible? So when plants will not be there, the topsoil will get washed away, right? Desertification, you see, children's, deforestation, as plants are being cut, so children's, fertile lands become deserts and become inappropriate for growing crops, right, children? So very very important of planting tree and showing seeds in. So everybody have to think for the plants. Everybody should plant some trees in your garden, in your locality. You can very nicely aware the people to plant more and more trees. Okay, children. So children, move to the next questions. Why did the stranger came to the village? Now guess why they are came to the village. Children, as wood was needed for building the king's palace, and the king had sent them to what purpose? To the to cut the trees for wood, right? So I hope you get an idea for this question. So please write in your own way. Okay, childrens. Like moving to the next questions. So here is the questions. Draw and explain the oxygen cycle. So children's oxygen cycle, in that we already discussed in the previous video the how oxygen is important to support life on earth. As we know, oxygen is used and cycled by plants and animals, right, childrens? And you see, childrens, plants are the main creators of oxygens in the atmosphere through the process of photosynthesis. Yes, childrens. So in this process, plant uses sunlight, carbon dioxide, and chlorophyll to produce energy and release oxygen. Yes, children. The animals breathe out carbon dioxide, and the plant can then again use this carbon dioxide, and the cycle is completes, right, children? So we already discussed about this oxygen cycle. I hope it is clear to you, children. So draw the diagrams and practice well. While drawing diagrams, we neat and clean, children.